Now, welcome back to the Xenophobic73 channel, and this is Sony's firmware update for the beta test, and this is a live broadcast of the 6.8 firmware beta test, and this is for the 16 player option. So if we go directly, you'll see in the top right hand side of the screen, you'll see that there's beta test. This is preview number 2. Again, as part of the beta test, one of the main features above all was the poly chat. So announcements up to 16 players can now join the pie. I'm glad that came up all nice and bold. So apologise for showing all the subscribers in that. So again, I'm just going to, you'll see there now, 073 party, 16 players, 15, 14, etc, right down to 2. So let's go and annoy some people. Now again, I might not get all of yous. So yeah, you get the point anyway. So I won't have them live and surprise them just in case they don't want to be surprised. But yeah, that in essence is it's up to 16 players on a chat simultaneously. Now, as part of the preview program, if you do receive your code and you have been accepted to the Sony preview program before, with this particular update, you can use the redeem code that Sony email you. You can then pass that on to 20 other players, unless they are part of the preview program. They won't have access to the beta. So in other words, if you know people, 20 people who are in the Sony preview program, you can then send your code to them, and they can send their version of the code to 16 other players, and vice versa. So that is the only way you're going to be able to test the programs if you are part of it. So that's one limitation with this. Sony is also improving the network chat quality as well, and also there will be voice-to-speech text translation as well. That will be accessible via the second screen on your tablet or smartphone. So in other words, if you speak to someone in voice chat over the network, you'll have an algorithm that actually then prints out, detects your speech and then transcribes it to written text or to digital text for a person in front of them on their smartphone or chat screen. So that's a nice little benefit, that's I guess now. So again, that is the biggest part of this this particular update. So again, yeah, that is the chat party option. I don't think there's much else. Let's have a look while we're actually here now. Adjust audio, mix chat audio. That's pretty much as standard. We're going to prioritize party chat, bright game chat. That's nothing different there. I don't think any of that is much different in there that we haven't seen before. my videos always tend to go directly to settings, but on this time that is not the case. So yeah, let's actually just, I'm just curious while we're live. No, I was just thinking, I had a curiosity that there'll be a sound adjustment setting, but no, whatever network speech improvements that Sony will put in place will be controlled by your NAT 2 or 3, and NAT is your network audio and transcribing, detects that how your voice is interpreted over the internet and will determine whether it's NAT type 2 or NAT type 1, depends on the server IP that your network region alternates through. So improved chat performance will, obviously the people who have the same NAT type will have better and clearer communication, and that's goes without saying. People who use NAT3 to NAT3 is the same thing as well. So yeah, so that is pretty much the gist of 6.80 update. That is pretty much it. If anyone has any questions, the chat is on. So while I'm on the air, if anyone wants to take the opportunity to ask me any questions, I'm more than willing to answer them. Oh yeah, incidentally, the update and some other information about the update 6.80 beta. It's the open beta was from the 11th of June, and that actually carries right through to the 7th of July. So during that time, you've got the guts of a month to actually redeem and use the beta codes. Beta codes actually sat in my inbox there for the best part of a week, so I only have to go into my phone there this evening just to check, and there it was. You know, I get an awful lot of receipts through Sony to my phone anyway, and that's probably why I missed out on it anyway. So I'm glad I did check, otherwise I wouldn't be doing this video right now. So let's make things. So if anyone has any questions, if you are familiar with my channel, you know that I do a lot of tutorials, and a lot of the videos tend to be the blue screen going through this and going through that. So if anyone has any technical questions, why I'm here, I'm quite happy to answer them for you. If not, we can just play some games. If anyone has a game request, no problem, go for it. Go for your life. If anyone does use Remote Play, now Remote Play is an app that Sony brought to a PC. It's a number of years ago now, but they really have pushed it now, and it's the ability to connect your PS4 directly to your internet and allow you to stream the screen of your PS4 directly through your PC via an app, via a program that was released for the PC some years ago. It does go without saying that to do this, it works, it's functional. Sony recommend a minimum of a 10 megabit line of strength for it to work. well enough, because when you start to stream games that require a lot of input and a lot of speed, first person shooters, races, stuff like that, things that require pinpoint accuracy and speed, networks tend to lag just a little bit, just trying to keep up with the speed of it. So I'm actually going to show you exactly what I mean. I'm just going to deliberately pick something that doesn't take too long to load. Let's take a classic here now. Let's take a bit of Mega Drive. I know this depletes the voice. This defletes the point of the video for a minute. That I'm just interested, because I don't tend to use remote play that much. Jeez, that's after scaring the crap out of me now. Let's pick a Sega classic. Alex Kidd, Alien Storm, Columns, Comic Zone, Crackdown, Swap Flicky, Galaxy Force. Ooh, see what I mean? Even though it's just almost a static screen, it does that. There's a classic for you guys. Exactly what I'm talking about. Now that's the lag now. Did you see that lag? Oh man. So you can see going through the menus, up and down, how it's a little on the laggy side, so, you know, so. Two errors. Oh, they did update after all. There's my system software preview there. Sometimes, as I said in previous videos, sometimes you get glitches within the PS4 whereby it doesn't install updates, patches, downloads and software updates, because it sees the system memory as not being enough. And again, it's just a simple fix to just delete all your notifications, restart your PS4, and then you should be fine. So that's always a good fix. So, there's a game that released by Media Molecule, which it's been in development for about 3 or 4 years, and it's a game that you can create practically anything on. It's a whole host of tools, GIFs. It's a complete database full of content you access. Now, this is developed by Media Molecule, the publishers and developers responsible for Little Big Planet 1, 2, and 3. This is their latest venture. I'm sure you've heard about it. Look it up. More information. It's called Dreams. You can create, and as you create, you then make games and compose music, and it's going to be quite a big community. They did a beta release. They did a partial release back in April, and you can actually, I think you can still buy into it now in the PlayStation Store. I think it's 30 euros, 30 pounds, $30, and it's a partial install for some of the developers' tools, not all of them. They haven't given an exact street date when this is going to go live, but if you can still get an opportunity to download it for 30 euros, go for it. It's worth. If you're very artistic and you like making stuff, this is definitely the thing for you. So. Here's some games in my library. Might as well show them while we wait. Shenmue 2. Anyone who's been a gamer in the last 20 years will know these games, developed originally by Sega. It took 7 years for the 2 games to be made, and many millions spent on it to develop these 2 historical games from the ground up. Everything had to be developed to make everything work. Very much an RPG, and tells the story of Ryo Hazuki looking to avenge his father against a evil Chinese thug called Landy. Shenmue 3 is around the corner, and this will obviously conclude, I think, the storyline to put it to bed. I could be wrong. They might do. I think that originally there was plans to do around 6 chapters in the game, but I think cost and was a major factor in why they didn't do any more than 2 at the time. Originally released on the Dreamcast, and later for other formats there as well, including Windows, Xbox. So yeah. So how are we doing? What have we done so far? We've done a good 20 minutes there now. Well, this was a live broadcast. I normally do these videos and compose them, put the voices in, add the effects. It takes a bit longer to do, but I thought I might do a few live broadcasts through Streamlabs OBS on the PC, just to see how it actually comes through as a capture, and it's fairly decent quality. So it's just another way of communicating with you guys, because as I said, the other videos sometimes take about an evening to do. It's time consuming, so to go into Slabs, as it's called now, and do it directly from the PC, do it live with the web camera, it's a little bit easier. No more thought or imagination goes into it. It's just a little bit quicker. So yeah, thanks guys for watching anyway. See you on the next video. If you did tune into this one, make sure you hit a like and subscribe, and always do leave a comment, because my community on the YouTube does develop and continue to thrive on my communication to use and use back to me. So please keep that up. It's great. That's why I do it. Satisfying stuff. Thanks very much for watching, and I will see you all very shortly. In the meantime, if you did miss the video and you have just come on, we've been running for about 25 minutes. This was a Sony 6.8 broadcast, and this was discussing the new beta test preview program of the 16-player chat and improved network voice chat improvements. So we've touched base a little bit on the settings